In the years leading up to World War II, Adolf Hitler set his sights on Czechoslovakia, a democratic nation surrounded by rising authoritarian regimes. The Sudetenland, a region rich in resources and home to ethnic Germans, became his excuse for aggression. Hitler claimed that the Sudeten Germans were being mistreated and demanded the territory for Germany. In September 1938, Europe was on the brink of war. To avoid conflict, British Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain, French Premier Edouard Daladier, and Italian leader Benito Mussolini met with Hitler in Munich. The result was the Munich Agreement, a pact that sacrificed Czechoslovakia's sovereignty in the name of peace. Without consulting Czechoslovakia's leaders, the Sudetenland was handed over to Germany. Chamberlain famously declared it peace for our time. But peace was an illusion. The Munich Agreement left Czechoslovakia defenseless, its borders exposed, and its military weakened. In March 1939, Hitler broke his promises and ordered the Wehrmacht into Czechoslovakia. Not a single shot was fired as German troops marched through Prague. The country was dismantled. Its western regions became the protectorate of Bohemia and Moravia, while Slovakia became a puppet state. To enforce order, Hitler sent Reinhard Heydrich, the man known as the Butcher of Prague. Ruthless and efficient, Heydrich's reign was marked by mass arrests, executions, and the near erasure of Czech resistance. In 1941, hope came from the unlikeliest of places, exile. The Czech government in exile, based in London, conceived a bold and dangerous plan.
I'm Jan Kubiš.
I'm Josef Gabčík from Slovakia.
You must not be surprised by our lack of trust. The Gestapo have been very successful in infiltrating our network.
We lost contact with the Czech government in exile in London some months ago. We need replacement crystals for the transmitter. We've been waiting for them to send someone to re-establish contact. Is that you?
There were other men on the plane. They were dropped elsewhere. It's possible they have orders to re-establish contact with London, but that is not our mission.
What is your mission?
Operation Anthropoid.
Anthropoid?
What is Anthropoid?
Operation Anthropoid. The objective? Assassinate Heydrich, the architect of the Holocaust and mastermind of Nazi terror in Europe.
But this is madness.
We have our orders, comrade.
The mission was entrusted to two men, Josef Gabčík and Jan Kubiš, Czech soldiers trained by the British Special Operations Executive. Alongside them were Adolf Opálka, Josef Valčík, Jaroslav Schwarz, Josef Bublik, and Jan Hruby. Together, they formed a team bound by courage and secrecy. The planning was meticulous. Gabčík and Kubiš trained in parachuting, hand-to-hand combat, and demolition. Maps of Prague were studied. Routes were rehearsed. Every detail of Heydrich's schedule was scrutinized, down to the curves in the road his car would take. The team parachuted into occupied Czechoslovakia in December 1941, landing miles off course in freezing conditions. Local resistance members provided shelter and intelligence, but the mission's secrecy hung by a thread.
Aťa, this is Josef, and this is Jan.
Pleased to meet you both. So, try not to go outside. But if you do, never walk together. If you're stopped, you need an excuse for why you're not at work. We'll try to get you medical certificates as soon as possible. Always use our code. 3 knocks, then a single knock. In the meantime, lay low, and I will use Aťa to make contact. Good luck. Thank you.
Goodbye.
As Heydrich's movements were tracked, the team identified the perfect ambush site, a sharp curve in Prague where Heydrich's car would slow down. They rehearsed their actions repeatedly, knowing there would be no second chance. On May 27, 1942, the plan was set into motion.
The water canteen for better mobility. Plenty of time. 8:25. Where's Chota?
Never mind. Palchik, you take the street behind me. You have some sun, so take this. If he approaches without an armed escort, then use it to signal.
And if he does?
Then light a cigarette. When the car slows to take the corner, I will step out and open fire with the stand gun. This will signal the attack. Jan, you stand behind the attack point so you can throw grenades at the armed escort if there is one. Balka, you try a slow walk across here. As he approaches, maybe you can slow him down before he takes the corner. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Good luck.
All good?
Good.
As we were trained.
Gabčík waited with his submachine gun, while Kubiš stood ready with his grenade. As Heydrich's car approached, the air was thick with tension. But even the best-laid plans can falter. Gabčík's gun jammed at the critical moment. Thinking quickly, Kubiš hurled his grenade, striking the car. The explosion was devastating, mortally wounding Heydrich. Though injured himself, Kubiš managed to escape alongside Gabčík. Heydrich, gravely injured but still conscious, tried to fight back before collapsing. Rushed to a hospital, he underwent emergency surgery. For days, the Nazi high command held its breath as Heydrich's condition seemed to improve. But unknown to the doctors, the grenade blast had driven fragments of the car's upholstery into his body, carrying deadly bacteria. This daring operation would soon lead to one of the greatest tragedies of the war. Their story wasn't over yet. Before we proceed, take a moment to honor the courage of these heroes. Hit the like button to show your support and subscribe for more stories of bravery and sacrifice. Let's continue their legacy together. Thank you.
Where were you, Sorda?
I didn't think that you were really going to do it. It's all over the radio. You shot him? The radio said that 20,000 SS troops have been drafted in to look for us. I need to get my family out of Prague.
No one is going anywhere, Sorda. You try and run out, they will kick you up before you reach the city limits. You go home to your family, you stay calm, you shut them out. You think you can do that?
Yeah.
Huh?
On June 4th, 1942, 8 days after the attack, Heydrich succumbed to sepsis. The Nazis struck back with fury. Entire villages like Lidix and Ležáky were wiped off the map. Thousands of innocent people were executed as the Gestapo hunted for the assassins. The parachutists, Josef Gabčík, Jan Kubiš, and their comrades sought refuge in the crypt of Prague's Church of Saints Cyril and Methodius.
Reinhard Heydrich has died in hospital. A direct result of the injuries sustained in the attack.
Yesterday, the Germans went to a village of Lidice and shot every man over the age of 16. The women and children have been taken to camps, and the buildings were razed to the ground. There has been talk that the village aided you somehow.
I've never even been to Lidice.
These are dangerous times. Mere gossip wipes a whole village from the face of the earth. Today, Karl Frank issued an amnesty broadcast. A full pardon for any person and their family in exchange for any information about the assassins, even if they did not come forward before. But there is a deadline of 5 days. After that, they plan to execute 30,000 Czechs. We know who is responsible. They will have to answer, eventually. And they will. If I didn't believe that, I would not be here now.
Thank you, Father.
Beyond this brickwork and masonry, there is a large main sewer that empties into the river.
How do you know?
I found some plans in Father Petrek's office. If we can chisel through this, we have a means of escape.
Escape to where?
Well, until the British send plans for our rescue, we are stuck here. Should it be discovered, there is no way out. I would like us at least to have this option. We would then take our chances in the streets. 2 men should be working here at all times.
Betrayal struck after a tip-off from Karol Czorda, a fellow parachutist who became the most infamous collaborator linked to Operation Anthropoid. On June 18, 1942, over 700 German soldiers surrounded the church.
The Germans are surrounding the church. We have to warn the others.
No, there is no time. Take up defensive positions, we hold them from here. Bublik, take the upper gallery.
Stella!
But the men refused to surrender. When their ammunition ran out, they turned their guns on themselves, choosing death over capture.
I'm out! Last one.
This is Jan Kubiš. That's Adolf Opálka. And him, I don't know, but it's not Josef Gabčík or Valčík.
Wait.
You should get your friends to surrender.
Josef, you should surrender now and save yourselves. Do you hear me? You will be treated humanely as prisoners of war.
We are Czech! We will never surrender! Feuer frei! Vorwärts, weiter so! Weiter, weiter, schneller!
We saved the last one. For us.
Zeug fertig! Los, auf Rot! Komm her!
The Germans pumped water and tear gas into the crypt.
Keep digging!
Herr Gruppenführer!
Die Plane.
Hier. Wer rollt hier den Teppich weg?
Marsch, Marsch! Jawohl! Wird gemacht!
The cost of Heydrich's assassination was staggering, but its impact was profound. Nazi control in Czechoslovakia was shaken, and the resistance movement gained new momentum. Today, the Church of St. Cyril and Methodius stands as a symbol of their sacrifice, a reminder that freedom is never free. Operation Anthropoid was the only successful government-organized assassination of a top-ranking Nazi official. The death of Reinhard Heydrich crippled Nazi control in the region and inspired resistance movements across Europe. Yet it also brought unspeakable suffering to innocent lives. Their story reminds us of the power of courage in the face of oppression. Let us never forget. Thanks for watching.